Yo, what's up everyone? Vasquez, this is Valoramous. In today's DJ tutorial, I want to discuss why, as a DJ, you should charge a premium for one-off events. So let me first define what a one-off event is. A one-off event is an event, a DJ gig that you are not accustomed to DJing. So for example, you are given some random request saying, hey, fly here to this city or state or country several hours away, go to this random venue that you've never experienced and DJ to an unfamiliar audience that is a diverse audience of multiple ages, that is going to have maybe a certain type of clientele that could or could not be demanding, and you need to transport your gear out there to conduct this gig. Now, if I were given a request like that, which recently I had an offer for a gig like this, I was ready to charge a premium because you were essentially outsourcing the stress onto me as the DJ. So for these one-off gigs, if a one-off gig is basically something that is just completely unordinary, unorthodox, outside the norm, it's an environment, it's a venue that you've never DJ'd at, then you should charge a high rate. Now, I'm not going to give you an actual rate because that's dependent on so many different factors, and that's beyond the scope of this video. But if you are accustomed to DJ at the same bar or same nightclub in your local city, well, you probably do not have a right to upcharge. It's going to be a flat rate, and it's going to be fairly consistent throughout time. It may increase with inflation. But these one-off events, because that organization has chosen to outsource the stress onto you, you as the DJ should be confident to charge a premium for that gig, because you're not being paid to go out there and DJ for 1, 2, 4, maybe 6 hours of your time, or 6 hours and with 4 hours of DJing, 1 hour of setup, 1 hour of teardown. What you're really being paid to do is manage stress. The stress is being given to you, and now you must, as the DJ, conduct all this preparation. You must maybe go out there and conduct an in-person reconnaissance. At a minimum, you're going to conduct a map reconnaissance. You are probably going to have to call that venue. You're going to want to understand the dimensions of that venue. If you have gear, you're going to need to figure out a way to transport that gear to this site. Then you need to arrive plenty early in advance in order to set up the gig. You may have to rehearse. This is a different gig. If it's a needy clientele, you may have to prepare a set list for that gig. There's all these different factors that could go into this one-off gig that may not be present to a routine gig that you consistently do in your local city. And that is why you should charge a premium, and do not hesitate, because think about it. You as the DJ at this point have likely input thousands of hours and thousands or tens of thousands of dollars into the craft. So just because your craft is on turntables or a controller or CDJs, and it is a quote fun job, and your craft does not involve a hammer or a hacksaw or PVC pipe as a plumber, just because you're not in a traditional trade like that, does not mean you deserve any less compensation for your efforts, for your time, for managing that stress for the client. So those are just my quick thoughts on why. You can probably sense some of my frustration here, and it is the fact that DJs are oftentimes responsible and or blamed for any mistakes during a gig, to include the sound system. Even though the sound system may not be your responsibility, overall, the clientele view it as your responsibility, because basically any output of sound is your responsibility. And so just because this job is a fun job and not what many would regard as work in the traditional sense, having a passion or considering this job as fun, that is not going to pay the bills. So you have every right to upcharge that gig if this gig is going to cause a lot of extra stress and preparation on your part. So there you have it. Those are my quick thoughts on why DJs should charge a premium for these one-off events. If you have any other comments or any stories, I would love to hear your stories. Please leave those in the comments below. Thank you.